Hey y'all, Big Tom here on Cattails, our WorldCat 280 DCX, and hey, we're going out fishing today. We being me in the boat, so should be pretty calm out on the Gulf. We're heading out of Venice. Gonna try to find some deeper water, go after some red snapper and some red grouper. That's our target. Last time we were out, ended up hitting some porgy and some triggerfish, and those were fun catches. They were legal, and they taste delicious. So anyway, we're gonna head out of Venice, heading straight west, and we're gonna once again fish on the bottom deep. I also brought a couple trolling rods, so hopefully after I catch my limit of red snapper and red grouper with my arms all sore, put out some lines and see if we could troll something up. Anyway, exiting the inlet here, and we'll let you know how it goes once we get out there. We're about 5 miles offshore. You can see our cruise here, about 32 miles an hour, 4,600 RPMs, burning about 20 gallons an hour. So it's a little bit higher than I usually like to go, but it's pretty calm out, and it'll save me some time. So at about 5.5 miles offshore, we can see it's 38 feet deep. Distance to our destination is 47 miles. It's now 10:30. We should get there right around noon. And see, our heading is straight west at 270. I also run this tablet up here, and I run a map from Strike Lines. It's called Hard Bottom HD, and what it does is it gives me a good look at the bottom in some spots. It tells me where the hard bottom is, it tells me where the ledges are. You can see all on the southwest side. So here's the area we're targeting. It's an area with a lot of ledges and potholes, hard bottom. Probably be about 150 feet deep. And we've had some luck out there, so that's going to be our starting point today. All right, we're 24 miles offshore, about 84 feet of water, and it's getting a little choppy out here. Probably solid 2 foot. It's supposed to settle down later. Not too many boats out. Saw a couple. Got 30 miles to go. all right. So, made it out to the destination. Yeah, about 54 miles out here. We're at this area with like a lot of ledges and hard bottom. And we're a little bit short of it, but I think this all continues out to where we're at. So what I'm going to try to do, I see some activity on the bottom. So that's a good sign. I'm going to turn on fish point. This is my anchor. It'll take us a minute or so to get settled in here. But I'm going to try to hook up the camera, drop some lines, and see what's down there. Gosh, was pretty wet right out here. Kind of making 30 miles an hour, which was good. A little bit downwind. And, but boy, you know, normally these cats, sometimes they throw out some mist, or they call it a cat sneeze, but boy, there were buckets of water coming out of that tunnel. So a little bit of a wet ride out here. But enough of that. Let's drop some baits and see what's down there. All right, so what we're using here is a Shimano Speedmaster 2, size 16, and I got a 4-ounce hog ball on here. And what I'm going to do is hook up a frozen sardine. So with the frozen sardines, I cut off the tail so the bait doesn't rotate as it's dropping. And I come underneath the mouth and I kind of pull the hook right through the skull. That's the most solid piece of the sardine. So our depth is 153. And we'll give it a try here. Doesn't look like there's a ton of current out here right now, even though it is wavy. You know, that's a rookie mistake right there. Had a bite. Felt it pull. I should have started just reeling in. I tried to get a hook set on it and lost it. Oh, big bite. Big bite. Oh, come on, baby. Oh, should be a nice fish. It's fighting pretty good. Oh, nice red snapper. Come on, baby. Well, my net is kind of caught up, but oh. How about that? All right, got the snapper in the boat. There you go, nice American red snapper. Second drop. Let me see how long he is. "24-incher. I'm gonna throw him in the cooler and try to get another one. All right, we got a bunch of blood in the boat, so I'm gonna use my wash down hose, get that cleaned up, and then I'm gonna drop another one. All right, got all the blood cleaned up. I'm gonna drop another one down. I'll tell you, this Shimano Speedmaster is such a smooth reel. Boy, pretty lucky, second drop to get that fish. Took me an hour and 45 minutes to drive out here though. But I know there's fish down here. Okay, I'm on the bottom. I like to keep my bait kind of tight with the bottom. I can feel some bites. Oh, that one came off. I missed another one. One thing with these sardines, they're frozen when I buy them, like a 5-pound box, and as they thaw out, they get really soft. These are still a little bit frozen, but just a little bite, will take it off the hook. So you got to be real careful on not doing a hook set, giving the fish a second to actually take the bait, get it fully into its mouth, and then once you feel the bite, you got to just start reeling. Reel in. Don't set the hook, just reel in. Well, dropping down again. I'm usually getting bit on the way down, even before it hits the bottom. Got one. Tight. Oh, fish on. Doesn't feel very big. Oh, red grouper. Oh, nice one. Keeper. Keeper red grouper. Oh, heck yeah. Heck yeah. How about that? Nice red grouper. Oh, heck yeah. See how long he is. Need to be 20 inches to keep. "25-inch. Put him in the cooler. Okay, on the bottom. Oh, big fish. Oh, big fish. Oh, tight. Oh, big fish. Oh, broke loose. Dang. Oh. That was a big one. Holy smokes. Holy moly. Oh boy, need a drink of water. All right, we're dropping down again. Boy, last fish felt big. All right, we're on the bottom. Got something on. Doesn't feel very, very big. Oh, another red grouper. I don't know how big he's going to be. Ah, nice fish. Well, he's a 20-incher, and I'm gonna keep him. All right, so I don't know how long I've been on the spot, maybe half hour, and I got 3 fish in the cooler. Started out strong with a red snapper and starting to get some red grouper bites. What I'm going to do, I'm in a big area here that I think has, you know, fish all over. My goal is red snapper. So what I'm going to do, and I got a bad habit of this, is, you know, I pick up and leave a productive spot just to go find something else. So, but that's just the way I am out here. I'm going to mark this one. I haven't fished this exact spot, so I'll have this one down. And probably just go about a half mile or so, try to find out some new areas. And gosh, I want to find another big red snapper. All right, so I moved, I don't know, maybe quarter mile, just to a different area, and see some little activity on the bottom. So dropping another sardine, and we'll see what's down there. Got something not very big though. It's not fighting. Feels like a red grouper. The snapper, they seem to fight all the way up, whereas the grouper, once you get them off the bottom, kind of give up. Yep, red grouper. Baby one. Now what I'm after, I gotta get my descender. Well, I just drove over some really good bottom, so I'm gonna see if I can get one of those rascals. We're still in the same kind of area, 153 feet deep. Nobody's out here. Water might be settling down a little bit. Maybe that's just wishful thinking. Something small. Small red grouper. All right, I dropped this one down and I'm not all the way down to the bottom. Kind of suspended off the bottom. Boy, that bottom machine is just lit up. See if something could swim up and hit this. There's more red grouper. I'm deflating them with my deflator tool. Swims right back down to the bottom. I gotta get away from these grouper. They're fucking everywhere. So this bottom's just loaded with fish. All right, so we're maybe a mile north of where we were. I was catching a bunch of small red grouper, and there's really no fun in that. So I'm going to try this spot here, see if we get something else. And if this doesn't pan out, I did bring some trolling gear, so I would like to put a couple rods in the water and maybe troll a little bit, maybe on the way back. It's about 1:30, I think total been on the water, maybe an hour and a half. Man, fishing was hot to start out. And then kind of slowed down, and like I said, just running into these grouper. So we want to change it up. Missed that one. Well, it looks like the water's settling down a little bit finally. Another grouper. All right, I think I'm done. I'm gonna start trolling. All right, so I trolled for only about a half hour, and I didn't get anything. I was trying to troll east because that's where I have to head home, and just still a little bit rough out here, and boat was kind of pounding into the head sea. So I packed it up, got a big container ship out in the distance. We're a safe distance away from it. Pretty cool to see those out here. Usually you don't see them cruising up and down the beach. Water temperature out here is about 10 degrees warmer than it was in out near shore. It's about 75. Whereas when we left Venice, it was 65, and I noticed it was getting warmer as we came out. I just feel little taps on my sardine. Oh, sitting on this gunnel's not so comfortable. Well, I got nothing on those spots. Getting bounced around, camera's falling over. So I'm gonna try one or two spots and just call it a day. Well, made it back to the dock before sunset, and ended up only with the 3 fish. We got a nice red snapper here. I Got this red grouper here that was 24, and then this smaller red grouper was 20. So that's what I ended up the day with. Definitely some good eats, but we'll get these cleaned up and then head back to clean up the boat. This boat is just covered with salt. You could probably make about 5 pounds of salt from it if it dried out. It's just took a beating out there, but it was fun. Hey y'all, just giving a summary here for this trip we just had. Did about 117 miles. That's what we put on the boat. Burned almost 70 gallons of fuel, so it was quite a bit of fuel. And about about 7 hours on the engine. It's been a long day. You know, we started out, the weather was nice. I anticipated it was going to be nice, but man, got 20-30 miles out, and it was, 2 foot, 2 to 3. I know everyone exaggerates on waves, but I mean, it was legitimate, 2 to 3. And got bounced around quite a bit, but we started out hot, caught second drop, I think it was. We got that nice red snapper, and then followed that up with that nice red grouper, and got another red grouper. After that first red snapper, that was it. I couldn't find them. But by golly, those the red groupers were, the undersized ones. There's a gazillion of them. I don't know how many zeros there are on a gazillion, but it's quite a bit. But I got the fish all cleaned up and got, some nice fillets. But yeah, just wrapping things up. It's 6:05, probably 25 minutes in the dusk, so it's going to be dark here real quick. I'm going to wash the boat real quick, but I'll be out here in the morning and do a better job. Anyway, that's our trip. It was safe. And, had a great time. Always have a great time fishing. So we'll catch you next time. Peace.